Welcome everyone. Today is a review of a Teckin Smart Power Strip. What are they? Why would you need one? Let's get into that. And I think unboxing videos are completely boring, so let's skip that part. Now, I'm sure I'm probably going to leave something out when it comes to this. It's hard to try to create a cohesive video that keeps flowing and keeps everybody interested and get every little point about this. It's the way it works and all the nuances of how you hook it up. I did that earlier and I actually deleted all my footage because I just had so many things I was going to have to hide on my iPhone that I just decided not to do it. So anyway, if you can read, you can hook this up to your Wi-Fi network. It just has to be 2.4 gigahertz. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Make sure your Wi-Fi network is on your phone. Download the Smart Life app and install it that way. You'll just need your Wi-Fi password and you'll input it just like you do in anything else that you attach to your Wi-Fi network. Now getting into this, you have 4 outlets. The total power output of this unit is 10 amps. Now I assume that includes the USB. These are rated at 2 amps each, I believe. You have the ability in the Smart Life app to control these individually. You don't on the USB. They're either all on or all off. This can be set up as just a normal installation to your Wi-Fi network, or it can be used as an access point. Access points can really come in handy if you kind of are at the end of what your wireless network is capable of, but you have enough service there to install this. It'll project what it receives. It'll give you a way to kind of increase the Wi-Fi range of your home network. It's really kind of an interesting thing, and I do that in a couple locations here. If you're kind of wondering if something like this would be for you, then you might need to ask yourself a question. Do you forget and leave things on that doesn't need to be on, or would it be nice if something came on for you when you, say, arrived from work or whatever? This will do that. It'll do that, and it'll work with IFTTT, if this, then that. If you have a smartphone and your location services are turned on, let's just say, for instance, that you want to have a light come on when you show them home from work. It will. As soon as you pull in your driveway or your custom location that you set with kind of a pinch pull method in the location services of the IFTTT, it will do that. It'll also go off the same way. If you set it to, say, turn off a lamp when you leave, or if you're bad to forget a heater, albeit it would have to be a small heater because you can't exceed 10 amps with this. The coffee pot, yeah, it'll turn one off, but if you're like me and you're not going to have a Keurig come on and brew coffee for you, they just don't work that way. But it can definitely turn it off. And furthermore, you can go into your Alexa app. I have, actually I think I have 5 Echo Dots. I really like them. They're all over the place. They play music for me on command, and they turn on and off all of my shop lights and some other gadgets I have located around the house. They're really nice for bedroom lamps too. You can just say, turn on my bedroom lamp or turn it off. These will do that for you. It's really simple. We use this power strip just for a charging station. I have USB blocks plugged into all of these, and we can use those as well. You're not going to overload it with amps just with USB. It's just not going to be possible. This has way more power output than that. Okay, an example of using the power strip to turn something off would be plugging it into it, having something that you need to come on and off at a certain time. For instance, this grow light. Yes, I know, I have a grow light inside my house, but I promise it's for marigolds and coleus. Anyway, I promised my little girl she could have a flower all winter long. I don't think we pulled it off. But in this example, we'll turn off the coffee pot just because I didn't want to take the time to rename it. Alexa, turn off coffee pot. And something else to note, with IFTTT, you can use a time, and you set it at a certain time, and it will come on, and it will go off a certain time. In this situation, I have the coffee pot on for 12 hours a day. Alexa, turn on coffee pot. So this just gives you a few examples of what you can do with the Smart Power Strip. Now, as Alexa finds this in the app, you just go to Device Settings, Add a Device, and select Other. And then Alexa will search for your new appliances that you found. I actually had some on there that I didn't even know I'd added. I need to do that after this video. You can do these in groups. Not only can you control them individually, but you can do them in groups. Say you want 3 and 4 to come on for a purpose, or go off on a purpose, at a specific time, or based on location, your location. All that's possible with this. But just between you and me, one of my favorite things to do with these is put a lamp on them and then flicker it randomly while I'm not home and the rest of my family is. Oh, and I should mention that a person was generous enough to just send this to me for a review. And while I didn't pay for this, I have another one just like it in the living room, the one we use for our charging station that I think I mentioned earlier. Now, even though that this was sent to me for free, I do have some nitpicks about it. I wish that there were physical buttons I could push to turn each of these on and off. Now that's a nitpick, and at the price point of $28, I'm not sure it's necessary. I wouldn't want to pay much more than that for this. I do love it, I just think there are some things that could be made a little bit better. I wish this was heavier. Now it does have weight. There are electromagnetic coils in here for the relays. I like that. I don't think this should be static state. So I like to hear the clicking personally, and I think they're more robust that way as well. But as far as the weight of the cord, if this were to fall off the edge of the table, it could take the whole system with it, just because the cord is really robust and really heavy. And it needs to be, but that's just something to note. One other thing to note, and I think I've already talked about it, but like I said, I've done this a couple times. You cannot control the USB separately. They're either all on or all off. And you can click this button to turn everything on and everything off. If you're like me, you probably think that these are kind of the wave of the future. I mean, where will the technology take us next? I have these all over the house, and it's just really kind of in its infant stage. You know, with IFTTT adding more applets or more ability to control things with various applets, it is kind of interesting to see what will be next. And if you would like to see, hang on. And I may have mentioned that this only has the capable output of 10 amps. I believe this is 16. It's the individual one. Let's look on the back of it real quick. Yeah, it says 16 amps maximum current. I actually have one of these installed in my shop on the water heater. I have a small 120 volt water heater. This works really well with, and it actually monitors energy usage. Teckin actually has one like this. It's similar, that just doesn't do the energy monitoring. I like that part. Okay, so I wanted to say real quick, I apologize for not showing you every step involved into adding this Smart Power Strip to your Wi-Fi network. I'm not real super good at motion blur, and I had so much info, and I just didn't want to have to take the time and take forever editing out every name and every word that needed to be edited out of the video. But once you have it up, it's very simple. You can see at the top it's USB. So the USB is solid state. There are no clickings. It's a solid state relay. But everything else, and I'm sure you can hear that. You have the ability for all on and all off, and it is very fast. And like I said, I have switched one set for coffee pot just because I did a demonstration earlier that ended up being deleted. But Alexa, turn on coffee pot. And then there's that, and it reflects in the app as well. Where is it? Yep, coffee pot. But Alexa, turn on Smart Power Strip. And I just realized this is actually Smart Power Strip 2. And I just turned on the one in the living room. Alexa, turn on Smart Power Strip 2. And then there's that. It is really simple, and initialization is easy, and anyone that thinks that they're in the market for something like this, I definitely recommend this product. Like I said, there are some things that I wish was a little bit different, but not enough to keep me from purchasing it. I hope you were able to get something from this video. I really enjoy these products. I'm going to continue to buy them, and I'm going to continue to use them. They're really making my life easier when it comes to forgetting a lamp or forgetting to turn something off. Just having something come on just when I enter a location is really nice. For instance, I went to my shop the other day and it turned my shop water heater on. I was playing around with IFTTT. I actually forgot I created it. When I went to wash my hands, I had hot water, surprisingly, and then realized I created it if this then that when I entered the location to turn on my shop water heater. So think of all the possibilities you can do with a smart switch. What would you do with yours? Leave in the comments below. If I forgot to say something about this that you wanted to know, send me a message or a comment. If I don't know, I'll find out. Thanks for watching.